Okay, welcome back to my 30 Days of Dating Challenge. We are in week 4. If you've missed weeks 1, 2, and 3, please check them out. They are on this channel. We this week are going to be looking at how you can raise your standards in dating. Now, I'm dating coach and TED speaker Hayley Quinn. I've worked with so many men and women, and this month is all about you taking the right action steps you need to take in your life to really kickstart your dating process. And a really important part of that is actually having the right standards around who you should be investing your time and energy in. One of the things I think is a really bad trap that people can fall into in dating is when we pursue people who can't give us what we want, who let us down, we get stuck in a bad cycle, we lose our energy levels, we start to think badly of other people, and we just stop having that motivation for dating. Instead, I want you to be super motivated, have really great self-esteem, and know who you should be prioritizing in your dating life. To do this week, I want to focus on 3 things that you can look at around your standards. Standards are the behavior that you do and do not accept in terms of how someone treats you in a relationship or a social context. And of course, I want you to be holding standards around the right things. I would say a wrong standard to have is he must be 6'2", because that doesn't really reflect how great a partner he's going to be to you. Or, she has to have blonde hair. I don't know, I'm making it up. But all of those things are nice to have, but they are non-essential. Standards should really focus on a person's behavior and then becoming more attractive to you through how they engage with you on a day-to-day basis. Thing around standards number 1 is before you have any interactions, and you'll notice if you watch my video from week 2 around your 30 Days of Dating Challenge, it was around how to meet people. Sometimes it can feel stressful going and saying hello to someone you don't know because you're like, oh my God, what if they reject me? Or what if they don't like me? Or what do I say in the conversation? A brilliant way to start to get more direction in your conversations, or to just intuitively know what to say when you meet someone you're attracted to, is to have your standards in mind. So in this case, let's think of a quality or qualities that you would like the other person to have. And I'm not saying, remember, these are not physical qualities. These are mental, personal, and behavioral qualities. I want you to ask yourself the question, what quality could this person demonstrate to me during the course of this conversation that would make me feel more attracted to them? Maybe that quality is kindness. Maybe it's ambition. Maybe it's a good listener. Maybe it's someone who's got empathy. Maybe it's someone who's passionate. Think about a quality that really does it for you and that's really important for you to have in a future partner. Because remember, we're not going into dating like Oliver Twist, like, please, someone give me something. Instead, I want you to be a real selector in the dating process. And guess what? You can actually date someone who you are attracted to and who is a good person. Those are not mutually exclusive things. So when you're in that conversation, instead of thinking, oh my God, what do I say to impress them? What should I say? What shouldn't I say? What topics are good? What topics are not good? If you can instead be guided by this idea of what qualities could this person demonstrate to me, or what could we talk about and connect on that would make me more attracted to them? That gives you brilliant guidance for what you should have and where your conversations could go. The second way that you can hold standards more effectively in dating is just to remember that for not everybody is a match. And that's okay. That is just life. There's going to be some people you get on better with, some people you have more attraction to. Sometimes you meet someone and it's like, you just don't get one another. I definitely have that in my life, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that either of you is wrong or bad. It just means that you just don't have that level of personal connection. So a good way to have higher standards is that you don't need to win out every situation. Let me explain what that might look like in day-to-day life. Not needing to win out a situation might mean, for instance, when you meet someone, instead of being like, oh wow, they're attractive, how do I get them to go on a date with me? Or how do I get their number? Instead, you kind of stop looking at dating quite like that. Because when you're doing this, it's like you've already pre-matched with everyone and you're seeing if they are going to match you back. And it's not really like that. Instead of seeing everything as win-lose, I would start to, as you're going through dating, sometimes you'll probably have quite a few dates where it was okay, but you didn't really feel like you wanted to see that person again. or you just didn't have that strength of personal connection. And instead of trying to make everybody like you, or always needing for that person to give you their phone number or say yes to going on a date with you, instead just have a bit more acceptance of, you know what, that was fine, you know, we got on well enough, they were a nice enough person, but there was just no connection there. So you don't stop needing all of your interactions to have a particular outcome or a particular result, and instead get better at just letting interactions go which are not ever meant to have that level of connection for you. Point 3 about having standards is being okay to act on those standards. So a good way to cultivate standards, or to get an understanding about what yours could be, is maybe think back about previous dating experiences you've had, and I bet we can all think of some actions and behaviours that we just can comfortably say that we never want to have happen to us ever again. Whether that is you continually messaging someone and someone never making time for you, someone drifting in and out of your life, keeping seeing someone who says they don't want the same things. Whatever it is, if you've allowed yourself in the past to get sucked into situationships, on-off things, or just pursuing someone endlessly without them giving that feedback loop, hang on a minute. And instead, these are the perfect things to start developing boundaries around. When you can develop a boundary or a standard, that means that suddenly you make a decision for yourself that, you know what, if someone can't make time to see you, you're going to offer twice. After that, you're going to let it go. It could mean that if someone comes into your life and then they say they're not interested, when they reappear, 2 months later on your Instagram saying, hello, how are you? You might just want to ignore that message. It means you're comfortable with knowing how you want people to treat you, and you're also comfortable when someone is showing you clearly that they're not treating you in the way that you want, that's in line with your standards. Instead of needing to really communicate that to them or struggling to try and make it work, again, we are going to let it go, and we are going to move on to the other opportunities that are out there. So this week, I really want you to focus on cultivating higher standards for yourself. One of the biggest kind of like weird universe hacks or dating hacks is that when we raise our standards, we don't actually get less people interested in us. We actually become more attractive in our behaviors, and we actually get even more people that could be interested to being our partners, and we get to be more discerning about who we spend our limited and precious time and emotional energy resources in. So if this is you and you know you need to raise your standards, you also know you need to meet more people in person, you need to have a killer online dating profile, you need your messages to seriously improve. If you are looking and you're on a crusade of personal improvement when it comes to dating and you want to get really empowered with this, please click on the link below this video, and I am going to be really happy to send you your 30 days of dating challenge. It's 30 videos, 1 a day, each requires an action step from you, and it's all about supercharging your dating life and introducing you to a community of men and women who are into the same things. The first week is just £1 to join, so check it out. The link is going to be beneath this video. And wherever you're at in this journey, if you've enjoyed this video, if you're taking some action as a result of it, please remember to leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the other side.